Hi, Whiskey Jason here. Whiskey from the viewpoint of an American in Germany, and today I have Stagg Junior 2013 with 67.2% ABV. Over here in Europe, we use Whiskey Base, and that would be the number 45320. So, the number one tip I can always give for Stagg Junior as well as George T. Stagg is give it some time. Now, in August of 2013, for the very, very first time, Buffalo Trace introduced something called Stagg Junior. Junior, of course, means the little brother from or the son of. So we have a George T. Stagg. He was a salesman that in the 1950s sold bourbon, but then he had the vision of the big picture, and he convinced someone named E.H. Taylor, we know that, right? The small batch as well as a single barrel, to go into a partnership and buy a distillery named Blanton's. We know that name as well. All these are Buffalo Trace products. Well, they changed the name in 1892 to the name OFC, Old Fire Company. Well, George T. Stagg was a very astute businessman. He bought out his partner and changed the name of the distillery in 1904 to the name George T. Stagg Distillery, which remained that name until 1999. So this guy, George T. Stagg, is the main important person of the Buffalo Trace Distillery. Sazerac bought this entity and they changed some names, and we now have a product which is the Buffalo Trace Antique Collection, which has been released every fall of since 2000. And this George T. Stagg was one of the original releases, and everyone wanted to have it, but no one could get it because there wasn't enough. The day after tomorrow, I'll start reviewing. That's not right. The video after tomorrow, I'll start reviewing. So in German, I actually release videos on a daily basis, and in English, I've started doing that on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. That's why that was a Freudian slip there. Not tomorrow, the next video, the one after the next video, I'll actually have my first George T. Stagg. I'm really looking forward to that. All right, so August 2013, they brought out Stagg Junior to try to release a little bit of the pressure from the George T. Stagg. Bottles at least go over here in Europe for between 500 and 1,000 euros for one George T. Stagg. And what was very, very peculiar, and one of the conspiracy theories says, there used to be something from Buffalo Trace called Old Charter Number 10. And suddenly it disappeared in 2012. 10 years old. And then 2013, Buffalo Trace, said, we have been waiting up for this moment, and we have almost a decade-old juice here stored away, which we are going to use, which we have allocated for our Stagg Junior. Where did they get this almost decade-old juice from? 2000 was the first time we had George T. Stagg. I do not think that they started 3 years later starting to put stuff away because they knew they wanted a junior product. What they did, Whiskey Jason here, conspiracy theory, is they just killed the old charter and used those barrels, put them in Stagg Junior, sold them for about triple the normal price they would have been able to get for that, and ta-da, they have something, which was the mash bill number 1 from Buffalo Trace anyways. Originally, they used to say almost a decade old, 8 to 9 years. A few years later, in 2000, I think it was 15, 16, they did mention Buffalo Trace that it's 7 to 8 years old. So, yeah, let's take a look at this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try it neat, and then I'm going to put some water in there, and then I will actually try it neat again, which means I forgot my glass. Whiskey Hound did this, and that guy, Liquor Hound, not Whiskey Hound, Liquor Hound, he is a connoisseur of all different types of spirits, especially tequila and whiskey, and it's amazing what Liquor Hound has done and what he does. So that's why this is just going to stay the way it is. I can play with the water a little bit here and see what happens. My control whiskey today was and is Booker's. The only thing that I have close. So this is actually the 8-year batch 2006 01E Europe. So sorry, people in America. And I have 53.85%. So our batches are different than the batches in the States. We do not have names over here for them like you do. We just get to have the ease versions. So, first of all, the nose. Ooh, I like. We have a lot of oak. I have candy corn. I even have almonds. Candied almonds. And a little bit of a chestnut. Chestnuts roasting in an open fire. Over here in Germany, we actually have chestnuts. They put in these pans that heat up in the winter, and you can buy them still. They're really, really kind of cool. I get a chocolate, and it's not more of a dark. It's more of a milk chocolate. Nice, 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 nice. When I first tried the Stagg Junior, I was worried about my nose hair. Oh, it's going to burn everything off, but it didn't. It's not really that hot. Now, yes, it is. 67.2% is amazing. It's a high, high, high ABV. But it's not out of this world. I mean, I've tried the Elijah Craig barrel proof with 69.9%, even more. So if I can handle that, I can handle this. Ooh, I get a little bit of green tea this time, which I didn't get when I tried it with the in German. Interesting. A very, very, very nice expression. I wasn't really sure if the Stagg Junior would live up to my expectations or not. But to be very honest, it has. And I was surprised that this is 120 euros over here. The other from 2014 is about 100, and so about 99 euros is what we pay. Just add 10% basically, so $110, $120, $120 basically is what you have to pay at the moment, 2017, in the fall. Let's try it. Yes, it is fairly hot. Oh, but is it good? It's like the punch at the beginning, and then, oh, bourbon heaven. I've got all the things I really love in my bourbon. I've got the pecan pie. I've got the candy corn. I've got the wood, the oak. I've got some, today I actually have some of those green tea leaves. Where did they come from? I've got some tobacco. We say tabac in German, tobacco. And I get a tiny little bit even of the old leather in there. Oh, this is good stuff. All right, a little bit of water in here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm taking it down to about 58%, roughly. Stir it a little bit. Excuse me for bumping the glasses. I can come back to this in a moment. Much better. Oh, now it's sweet even. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, at the end we get the caramel. I get the butterscotch. I get the as if you took brown sugar and made caramel out of it. Oh, I have that from the confector. You have the little torch, and you do this with the brown sugar and the cream. Oh, oh, that's good. The wood is just perfectly integrated into this. It's not too tart. It's just right. I really like this. I don't know. August 2013, the very, very first edition of Stagg Junior is what I have here in my glass. Since then, if I've correctly counted, there's like, including things that was only released in Canada as well as Europe, there's been 8 different Stagg Junior releases with different ABVs each and every time, at least according to Whiskey Base. And I'm not sure if they've kept up this level that they have here. I don't know. Oh, this was good. I'm going to do something different. I'm going to water this down even more. I'm going to go down to about the 45, 46 sweet spot, I hope. And I'm going to see how this tastes instead of just doing barrel proof again. Sorry for all my barrel proof fans out there, but I think I want to try to dilute this to the point of it not being great anymore. Can I do it? That's the question. I can't. It's still good. Oh, wow. Orange peel. Cinnamon. Now I'm getting into the Eagle Rare 10 single barrel category. Oh, that's good. Cinnamon. A little bit of a cinnamon bun even. Oh, yeah. Take some Ancient Age, also from Buffalo Hill. Dip it into a little, dip a cinnamon bun into that thing, a homemade like my grandma used to make. And that, oh, is that good? And that's what I get. Although this is definitely A stuff. An A. Not an A plus, not an A minus. This is A. I have not had a bourbon like this in a long time. This is creme de la creme. This is really, really good stuff. This is great. $130. I'm not sure about that. I had the Old Saint Nick. No, the Old Saint Nick is what I had. I had the Rare Exception 18, and I also had the Old Rip Van Winkle 10-year-old. They were also up in that league, and they are too, and they're all minimum $100, if not more. And this could actually be a good deal. I don't know what the last release was like, but this stuff was really, really good. WhiskyJason here. Whiskey from the viewpoint of an American living in Germany. I'm going to give this, for the value for money, a C minus. A for the taste, and a C minus for value for money, because it is a little pricey. Good. Like, subscribe. Tell other people about this crazy guy over in Germany tasting rare and exotic whiskeys that are hard to get. That's what I do. And thank you very much for tuning in, and see you soon. Bye-bye.